Lifespring Chapel Syokimau was started 13 years ago in 2008 by a team of 5 families and a few dedicated young people. At the helm was David Mwangi, chief maverick, visionary, and faith-loaded. Never one to be daunted by challenges, the team found a location to meet, though not the most kosher. They found a club. Many people think of such locations as places of vile behavior, so they would not go there. But this team saw it as an opportunity to learn from God and find places to minister. Imagine with me the scene. Tops was a club. That was the base of Sunday operations. Imagine the pressure to get the space looking appropriate for the service. Then the smell of roasting meat wafting in as the establishment prepared for the afternoon revelers. Imagine the little ones smelling chips frying and hunger pangs rising. It could be mayhem in an ordinary circumstance. But with the hand of God, it became a great tool of growth and hope. Of course, we cannot stay in the same place forever. So Lifespring Chapel moved to a rental property in Syokimau near the current Flappy car wash. The community grew and relationships deepened, drawing in new members, income, and hope. Growth and expansion in Lifespring has always been from the inside. It has been really interesting to watch how the community rallies together whenever it is time to pray for one another, to support each other in times of need, or to raise funds to expand the facilities and grow the influence of the community. Lifespring Chapel has always been a place for starters, trailblazers, pace setters, visionaries. The list is endless. The community is driven by a desire to influence the world and get better every day. The Syokimau community has grown through the impact of the members of Lifespring Chapel being founders of the Syokimau Residents Association, Rotary Club of Syokimau, Syokimau Fellowship of Churches, among other initiatives. It could be easy to judge our impact by the size of our building, but we would like to take a different angle in this season. This, in our view, is an opportunity to catalog the grace and mercy of God upon us in the form of community, missionaries, and provision. We have sent missionaries across the world as our members have been dispatched to work in different parts of the globe, and they have carried the call of God with them. We have members of the community living and working in the US, 3 families. We have 1 family in Uganda, and have been part of the plant of 2 congregations in Kamulu and Tatu City. It has been amazing to watch the impact God has had and continues to have through this community. It is a daily reminder that the work of God has to be done, and we are all positioned in the place we need to be, which is in His presence and in the community. God's provision has been evident time and time again as we have grown as a community. It has been a time to marvel when we look and see how we have moved from a rental property to our own property and then built the existing structures. God has always ensured that we are aware of what we need, that we do our part, and then watch in amazement as He flips things, sometimes even at the 11th hour, to make them work. He has always provided wisdom, funds, networks, opportunities, everything we needed to remain on His track. We have never been a very large community, but we are definitely one full of love. We have gained and lost. We have loved and lost. We have grown exponentially, built incredibly. Community is a powerful tool for growth through common ideals, paths, and accountability. Our children are a major source of hope and inspiration as they have built deep friendships and long to be at their Sunday school classes and be active in their community. We have seen slower growth with our young adults, youth, and teens, but we are working at it. The proof of a thriving community is always in the strength of the next generation, and we are working diligently on that. God has blessed us with many young men seeking to serve God and learn from Him. It has been a real treat to watch them slowly finding their way in life, asking questions, and finding opportunities to serve as God leads. Over the years, we have asked God for a way to minister to the young people, and the arrival of young men has given us an opportunity to grow. As we know, there is no community without challenges and transitions. Some of the transitions have been more challenging than others, but they have all brought opportunities for growth. We have learned to hold on to hope and keep the faith even when things take longer to happen than we thought and there are more roadblocks than anticipated. This 13th year, we are looking back at how faithful God has been. We celebrate 13 years in His service, 13 years of growing in faith through daily interactions, leaning into prayer as a community, getting grounded in Scripture through teaching and study, deepening our worship through intentional engagement, expanding governance through accountable leadership. We appreciate the hand of God as we have grown over the 13 years. Shalom.